Hello, my lovely girls. And coming up on March 21st is the spring equinox. This isn't just the arrival of spring, it's a complete renewal of energy. The energy of the earth, of nature, and of course of your own lives. Let's take a look at the energies you'll be entering this spring with and what will be happening for each of you. And we'll start with the zodiac sign Capricorn. Let's take a look at what energies Capricorns are on, how they will be welcoming the spring season, what exactly will be taking place, and what important events are on the horizon. For Capricorns, there's a significant period approaching when a complete and total truce will be happening in every aspect. Yes, you won't simply be to make peace with people. Yes, there are people who are currently either in a quarrel or in some minor conflicts and don't know what to do with their personal lives. Capricorns are now entering a period where you will find compromise. It's not just a compromise, you'll understand the person next to you. It could be a man, it could be a female friend, or even your mother. Yes, it all depends on who you are currently facing some kind of difficult situation with. Let's look further. Yes, for many Capricorns, I observe a rather challenging situation unfolding in their personal relationships. The man in question might be at a considerable distance. You've been trying to establish an atmosphere that would make this person want to be close to you. It hasn't quite worked out as planned, but you are now entering a brand new period where significant updates are taking place, and everything is truly starting fresh from a clean slate. And demand your partner, he will be searching for you. You will be the very person who truly captures his deep interest. Of course, Capricorns will certainly make their mark and truly shine in their professional endeavors, because there will be a significant moment when they'll gain both respect and honor. Yes, right there at work. There will come a moment when Capricorns will elevate themselves to such an incredibly high position that people will be completely prepared to follow your every lead, and you will then showcase your entire mastery, your full capabilities, all your profound skill in order to truly demonstrate your undeniable superiority. Yes, this is a truly excellent period. You are clearly undergoing a significant renewal, and that's actually quite a positive development. Let's take a closer look then at what's happening for Capricorns in their personal lives. What kind of manifestations could potentially be observed here? For many, it's shown that the man with whom at this very moment you are currently at a distance, that person will indeed come. A truly important meeting is ahead for both of you. This isn't just a meeting, it's a truce. Yes, this means it will be a moment where you will find common ground here, and those points of convergence that were challenging for you will finally gain the very ability to understand one another. The person who is present in your life, this individual may not just be a friend or your love. You know, this is someone who can provide you with powerful support. Yes, this is a very influential figure. This is a man who truly sets the tone, yes, for the entire unfolding of your destiny. This is a person who, even though he might not be physically present with you at this very moment, yes, this individual will certainly make his presence known and clearly demonstrate his readiness to be in a committed relationship with you. And you absolutely must anticipate this person's arrival. It is very clearly indicated that your significant meeting is just around the corner. It's imminent. And here, of course, Capricorns are shown to have such a harmonious period when everything will work out for them. Well, then let's add what other interesting things are happening here for Capricorns. Yes, we're seeing a renewal. This isn't just a renewal, it's a great joy. Joy in knowing that everything you do will bring you satisfaction. Yes, that is any new beginning, whatever you've planned for yourself now, yes, it will succeed for you during this time. You can make any wish right now, yes, even your boldest one, what you'd like to achieve in the very shortest time. And of course, the occult doubts. Yeah, of course, it will come true. Let's add to that. Oh, wonderful. The star card is never easy, is it? The star card tells you that you must keep moving forwards. So you have great potential. Capricorns always have great potential, yes, because they're always so determined. In your case, I see that the manifestation pattern for Capricorns is such that you will strive for a union with a person, with a man who, as we see, appears here again. We see that this person will show their feelings for you, yes. And for you, this is like a long-awaited story that you've been waiting for a long time, and now it is ready to come true for you. You are moving towards the realization of your plans. You are steadily advancing towards your dream, and it is precisely during this significant period that you might just meet the special person you've always truly wished for. For those young women who haven't yet found a partner for themselves, yes, those who are simply longing to have someone by their side, you will absolutely achieve what you've envisioned during this very time. During this period, a truly powerful energy of renewal will be revealed when the stars will be exceptionally favorable to you. Everything you set your mind to, everything you conceive will absolutely come to pass. That's wonderful. Now we are moving on to Aquarius. Esau's what are the latest updates that are currently happening for Aquarius? What will be included in this proposal? Aquarians have been through a challenging period. In fact, I'd say more. It's been quite a complex time where you felt like you didn't know which direction to move in. On one hand, you want to be a mother. On the other, you want to be someone who can achieve anything. And now, at this very specific period, these emotional swings that have been going on inside your head, they will finally acquire a definite point of stability. You will find yourself within personal relationships. You will find with a partner that very mutual understanding that you have been lacking until now. And the duality that has been present within your mind, it will finally reach that precise point when you will be able to maximally achieve that set goal which you truly desire. And because of this, your plans, which you were previously unable to bring to fruition, right? There was a period when people stood in your way, when certain obstacles were constantly being created. You even had a moment when you became very ill because of all this. And now, with this energy renewal, comes a time when you can fully calculate and plan everything that you truly wish to achieve. Aquarians absolutely must have a detailed calculation. You shouldn't just want something. Instead, you must meticulously measure that desire, that opportunity, which you truly wish to realize for yourself. Only under such a condition can you truly obtain what you desire. When it comes to your personal relationships, within those personal relationships, you will demonstrate to your partner that you are capable of achieving more than he currently believes. Yes? The person who is right there beside you might not entirely be a trusted confidant for you, you know. They might observe you from the outside and simply not see in you the full potential that you would truly wish to demonstrate. And so right now, this whole period is finally coming to an end for you, when before you were like trapped in a very confined space. You were essentially like being held in a cage, and a certain repetitive cycle or a kind of mental loop that you had. It now gives you the opportunity to finally break free from this condition, right? You will emerge from this state and can boldly pursue all your intended goals. Many might see a job change. Yes, not only a change of job, but also a new direction in their work, because there was a certain fixation on the specific things you were doing. And this fixation, it has created a situation where you don't truly know what you yourself truly desire. And right now, as the energies are renewed, as spring arrives, as this period of renewal unfolds, in this brief time, you have a chance to completely transform your path, don't you? This shows a period when you can truly plan something for yourself, from which not only your work but also your life will completely change. You are emerging from a difficult situation in the presence of a guardian angel. And we see a man, a person who up until now, or perhaps at some point, didn't quite trust you. And now a time arrives when this individual steps into your specific, your very own space and perceives you in an entirely new light. He sees you as a woman truly with whom he could build a relationship, a serious, lasting one. And if your relationships haven't quite worked out before, now is precisely the moment when everything will truly be on your side. Let's also add what else is going on in this particular location. You have people around you who are like competitors, right? Again, this applies to professional matters, and Aquarians must understand everything they do during this period. They might be watched by people who are envious, meaning they are envious of your specific, your very own activities. And therefore, they will certainly create some specific obstacles behind your back. But due to the fact that you're a person who maintains a very scrupulous and painstaking approach to your work, to your activities, yes, and in your specific field, this is a virtue. Yes, others' envy will not affect you, and you will not be touched by that very moment of conflict that could ignite because of people who are ready to fight for their space against you. But I see the picture for Aquarians is shaping up in such a way that you will truly rejoice in this world. Yes, you will find great joy in the coming spring. You're not just experiencing a simple renewal, you will also lead others and effortlessly bring to fruition all the plans you've made. Let's see what's being revealed more in your personal life, because I see there's a lot of work ahead for Aquarians. Let's take a closer look at what's truly happening here. So in personal relationships, you're waiting for someone to arrive. You've been waiting for a long time. You're waiting for this specific person, specifically for a meeting. This meeting will definitely happen because this person is already at your doorstep and they will also pursue you. He wouldn't just want to meet and talk with you, would he? This person wants to discuss some important things with you. You're not just a woman to him. You are for him a person who could be the partner he's been looking for. This is a mature man, a man who knows what he's doing. He is a man whose profession could be a scientist or a teacher, or it could even be related to medicine, right? So it's a profession for a man where he can reason competently and logically. And this person will definitely come to you one day. This is the precise moment of your paths crossing. A meeting and a very important conversation for you will take place. I see that there were obstacles in your relationship before. There were people who could create here both bad conversations and some interference. But still, this person is moving towards you. That is, their plan is to create with you the union they lacked before. Aquarians have a pretty good forecast. Let's take a look at what exactly awaits them.
For Pisces. Now, let's take a moment to see what's in store for you.
All right, let's focus on the zodiac sign of Pisces. What exactly is happening during the spring equinox period? Pisces. Pisces were going through a very challenging time when a particular manipulation from another individual was conveying to you a very distressing situation. You were not able to change this, but now you're entering into a period when this entire conflicting situation is moving away. The person who has been present right here by your side will finally bring an end to this conflict and will then step completely aside. He is being replaced by someone else. Expect a meeting with someone very important to you. Pisces, you're about to have more than just an important meeting. This encounter is meant to reveal not just your emotions or your heart, you know. It will open up the space around you, allowing a very important union to form for you. For Pisces, precisely during this period, they will experience a truly unforgettable union with a man who will be their protector and patron. Let's see what's next. You were in a relationship where someone energetically suppressed you very strongly, even vampirizing you. But you tried to smooth things over, ignoring it. You shared your feminine energies, right? We see what beautiful goddess is here on the cards. And all of these energies, you were constantly giving them to another person. But now this specific period in your life is finally coming to an end. In this situation, one individual is effectively replacing another. The entire phase where you were living exclusively for the benefit of someone else is now concluding. I clearly see that a new person will emerge, someone who will truly be there for you. A separation from the past is underway. And for many of you, Pisces, of course, an interesting theme is emerging where in the very near future, you're facing some significant purchase, right? You might have been saving money for something for a long time. You've been specifically accumulating funds, putting them aside, and now the moment is finally opening up for you when you can spend it, but you need to spend it wisely. If you approach this too frivolously and carelessly, you might very well end up losing them. But if you fully evaluate your own capabilities and completely win over the people who are meant to assist you in this particular matter, right? Because there will definitely be help coming from a certain individual, then you could potentially make a very important and substantial acquisition, a significant financial investment. This particular subject is not an easy one to discuss. For some individuals, this could potentially be a business, while for others, it might just be a straightforward purchase. But it could also represent a significant investment in certain stocks or in various financial securities that will bring you future profits. And for Pisces, of course, the family sphere opens up, the family space. This is when you'll be getting, so much energy that you'll awaken from some heavy slumber, right? There was a period when you were lacking energy, when you were simply in a completely drained state. And in your personal relationships, there was a moment when you were only ever giving. But now you will have a period with a new person, the arrival of a new face, when you will be receiving. Yes, let's see what you'll be receiving, what kind of person is coming your way, what kind of man is being revealed. And a man is a person whom you already know quite well. For you, this man was initially just a friend, someone you might not have even truly noticed at all, right? But this person, this man, could have been harboring strong feelings for you for a very long time. And now he might finally reveal his true intentions, right? So at this very moment, he's entering a significant period when he could become much more than just a simple friend, right? And this person could have even been a childhood friend to you, couldn't they? I mean, I see that in your past there were encounters when you might have crossed paths a very long time ago, but then there was simply distance between you and you didn't see each other. But this person never forgot about you. You have a character who has harbored feelings for you for quite some time now, haven't they? And at first, these feelings were purely platonic and friendly, but now they are clearly evolving into something much more serious, and he will actively pursue your affection and attention. He won't just try to win you over, but he will also want to put you on a pedestal, right? So we see a situation where a man will show such an intense interest in you that you won't be able to just ignore it and move on. Now then, what else is interesting here? The period is ending for you when you had a moment of betrayal. A person who was with you created a situation that left you in a very painful state. After that, there was a conflict, and it was practically war between you. But now this moment is ending, right? And we see you might be in a state of slight anticipation. You're simply sitting and being a little inactive. But this is a good period to truly discover a new person for yourself. And this new person is already coming to you, as they're shown right at the threshold.
It's interesting. Let's see what this story will turn out to be for you. And it will culminate for you in a truly significant encounter and not just an ordinary meeting. You understand? There will be a distinctly romantic atmosphere surrounding this entire situation. A man who is rushing towards you, yes, practically flying at full speed. With all his might, he is truly prepared to take you away with him to his side. You see? So this person is truly, mentally, physically, yes, deeply in love with you. And they don't just desire romantic encounters, they want you to belong entirely to them. So we're looking at a situation where the man who will be manifesting himself here will be incredibly, incredibly active. And you, of course, will definitely not be able to miss him. Well, then that's wonderful. A very, very good forecast for Pisces. Right now, we're going to discover what the future holds for Aries. Now, we are going to take a look at Aries. What are the main events that will be unfolding for them during this particularly challenging spring season as energies are being renewed? So, what are the truly important events that will be happening?
The zodiac sign is Aries. Aries' personal life is going to develop in a truly dynamic way.
There comes a period when in a relationship you might feel something towards a person you share a space with, live in the same house with, or are part of the same family with. It's when the man suddenly isn't the way you saw him before, he falls from his pedestal and you can no longer see him from a different angle. Yes, you had a period when certain conditions were imposed upon you. Yes, by the man, there was a time when everything was very difficult for you. But now I see that you've closed yourself off, and for some reason you don't want to accept this person into your life, into your relationship. Let's see what kind of difficult situation this is. Yes, there was a moment when someone took advantage of your kindness, and there was a time when a man was leaving, trying to share your space, yes, and did absolutely everything to create a conflict situation. But you've conducted yourself exceptionally well here. You've been trying to achieve some kind of general reconciliation because you are at your very core a truly kind-hearted person, yes, and you always strive to find some sort of compromise. But it so happened that this man very, very aggressively tried to impose certain boundaries and specific conditions on you, which you ultimately refused to accept. Let's take a look at what else might be unfolding here. Just look at how this person acts, right? Despite the fact that they left, they somehow return to your life. I see that you won't accept this person, no matter how painful it might be, will you? This means you're no longer going along with any conditions that are set for you. There will be no more of that manipulation where you were like a puppet, yes, like a doll that another person could control and set their own terms and establish certain boundaries for you. I see that the man from your past will want to return to your present, to your current reality, but you will not accept this person back into your life. You are precisely entering a period during which you will overcome this, during which you will settle everything within yourself. But the past will not return to you. You no longer need it. All your past has served its purpose. And this is wonderful because you are truly stepping into a brand new phase. A significant moment is now revealing itself when not only will money flow to you, but everything you possess will truly bring you not merely financial abundance, but immense, profound satisfaction. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, there will be a moment when you won't even want this money or anything at all, you know. It's just that you're a little bit tired. But the very state of things will lead you to start taking active steps, won't it? What I mean is, I see that you'll be saving up for something specific and you'll be setting funds aside for future endeavors, won't you? That is, you will reach a point where you'll be dealing with specific matters when you'll be interacting directly with the material world. You should be expecting a meeting and a new acquaintance. A blend new connection is definitely coming your way, right? A young man who enters here into your life, your world, during this period will begin to correspond with you, right? So this could be a correspondence, or it could be a person who is currently located in another city. Yes, he might not be physically close to you, but this individual will actively make his presence known, showing a very clear interest in you. And at the very moment when you truly need him, this person will indeed appear. Your loneliness, it is finally coming to a close. The person you were with before, who was a complete energy vampire, yes, and certain specific moments of harsh problems that you went through with this person and somehow endured. This period for you is ending quite easily, and a rather bright moment is unfolding for you when you will meet a young person, a young man who will be easy to talk to, who will initially both text and communicate effortlessly. And you will recognize him because he will be a very easygoing and communicative person. Let's see what else interesting awaits here. Yes, a new union will form for you. Look, it's not just a union that awaits you here. Yes, there may also be a moment when you will be given gifts. Yes, this is a merging into a family sphere. The man will see in you not only a woman, he will see you as a goddess, as a being that is a rank higher. Yes. So for him, you are like the woman he always dreamed of. He is a very truth-loving person. Yes, he will always pursue only the truth. He is a man who will never deceive you. Yes, and we see a situation where this man will pursue you specifically for a relationship. And I see that he won't just pursue you, but also bring you gifts, and you will be very pleased with this. Yes, this will definitely be the acceptance of a person with every fiber of his soul. Things are quite complicated for you, but there's a definite sense of being closed off, a certain reserve. Yes, I see in the forecast a point where you're not entirely ready for relationships deep down inside. It's quite evident that you are going through a period of some very serious personal struggles, and even reached a point where you decided you wouldn't want relationships with anyone ever again. Now you will emerge from this state. A new encounter awaits you, specifically with a new man, a new face. Let's see what else is interesting here. What kind of person is this? Who is he?
What is he coming to you with?
This is a person who has endured a truly difficult fate. I can clearly see that he went through a very challenging period, facing significant attacks from other people. He managed to overcome all of that. Yes, there was a profound loss here, either of his business or some deeply personal venture. This individual successfully navigated that entire period and was completely reborn, truly reborn anew. The thing is, he doesn't even know yet that he's going to meet you, you know. He's not planning any meetings for himself right now, but you will unexpectedly cross his path. Yes, the man is also experiencing a very challenging period. He is battling, he is fighting against the world around him because people are prepared to take something away from him. Yes, so a truly difficult and complex moment is unfolding for this individual. However, we observe a scenario in which this person is, despite everything, coming to meet you. He doesn't even realize it himself yet, but you will have a meeting with him in the near future. Initially, he will be at a distance and you will have some kind of connection with this person, specifically at a distance or through written correspondence, or it will only be by phone. But the genuine meeting will take place for you. Yes, he will make it happen once he's dealt with some of his challenging situations. And this is specifically connected either to his business or to certain matters for which he's striving to reclaim his personal space. So what else then awaits you?
A good person is coming to you.
And so, take a look at this rather interesting situation unfolding for you. This man, this individual, is now entering a significant period where all his current undertakings, all his challenging circumstances will finally come to an end. Indeed, he will soon face a crucial time for making important decisions, especially those connected with partnership agreements. But this person, once his business is done, will either travel somewhere or simply take a short trip. And on this trip, you will reveal yourself to him as an acquaintance. For you girls, a period with a very interesting person definitely awaits. A meeting, an acquaintance, yes, it's a new face, a person with whom you'll be very, very pleased and happy. Yes, because this man is very honest, yes. He is not simply honest. He is a man who always seeks the truth. He is a man who will never deceive you, never betray you. And we can see that even if he finds himself in a situation where he's surrounded by many women, he will still choose you because for him, yes, you are presented as the very person he has been waiting for such a long, long time. And even though we are looking at a man who can't even begin to think about having any serious relationships yet, right? The whole picture of this world shows that this person is already written in your destiny. Yes, he is already coming to meet you. Very good. Well then, Aries, I wish you the best of luck. Now, let's take a look at what awaits Taurus, what events will unfold, what interesting moments and encounters are coming your way. So what exactly awaits Taurus? Oh wow, look at these interesting cards just jumping out on their own. Let's take a moment to see what exactly is going on here. A way out of a specific situation that was truly oppressing you, wasn't it? The entire picture clearly indicates that you've been through a period where certain boundaries were constantly imposed on you, a specific golden cage was presented for you, or you were offered relationships in which you would have felt profoundly unhappy. And right now, this very moment, it's drawing to a close for you. You'll see how incredibly fast you're about to shift from one state of being to a completely different one. You're breaking free from your golden cage. Yes, you won't even settle for it. No, a point will be reached where you won't obsess over one person and you will begin to act solely on your own terms. You'll crave new adventures. You'll desire new relationships, new encounters, new people. Yes, there can be a moment like this when you might find yourselves in quite awkward situations. Yes, but then again, this is all just temporary. Yes, it's a phase that you can easily move past. What else is there to say? So, Taurians, we're seeing a situation where there is some close woman. This could be a friend or it could be a confidant with whom you communicate very often. I see that through this woman, yes, you will face a rather difficult situation when for a certain period you will stop communicating. Yes, there is a definite element of envy here. There's a precious particular point here that the person who is communicating with you might envy your lightness, your certain mobility, you know, and then comes a moment when you might for a certain period stop communicating. But this meeting of yours, yes, specifically with this woman, it's not a simple one, is it? It's meant for you for a particular reason, isn't it? We see Buddha here in the image, who always brings enlightenment into this world, and when he appears, it simply indicates that you must completely reevaluate your precise attitude towards another person. This is a character who could potentially be of some assistance to you later on. Yes, you don't need to quarrel here or feel envious of one another or create any kind of confrontations, especially when you simply won't be in contact. Yes, this could be either a sister or a very close female friend. And for some individuals, it might even manifest as their own biological mother. Such things do occur, don't they? But we see a situation where you will still inevitably reconcile. You're entering a very calm, a very steady period of clear, undeniable enlightenment. Yes, when the Buddha card appears, it's always a moment when all divine energies are focused directly on you. Yes. Wisdom will be present in you and you will have some correct decisions. You can even give advice to people who will come to you for help. This will happen because in your professional moments, such activity is shown where you will be interacting with someone for work and people will specifically come to you for assistance, and you will be giving either some wise advice or simply providing just a small tip which will be helpful to people, and they will truly appreciate it. What else is there?
What other interesting things do you have available here?
It's really not simple at all. You might in the near future fall under the influence of someone. It's a man, yes. So we see a situation where a man who will declare himself here will pursue you, but I see that this person will not interest you. So uninterested that you will simply turn away from this person, no matter what his advances may be. This could be a character with whom you had a relationship at the beginning. Yes, we see them at the start. You try to get out of this cage because what this man is offering you, you don't need. I see you're moving on from old relationships, and no matter how this person tries to pursue you, he might even do so a little aggressively with a display of power or force. We see a situation where you absolutely shouldn't get involved with this person. You simply need to step away from this interaction, and then everything in your life will start to smoothly fall into place. Now, let's take a look at what else awaits you in your personal relationships. Perhaps someone else will emerge. You are currently in that very specific period when you have the opportunity to meet someone new. Yes, and you will experience a moment where you'll feel a little bit torn. There will be a state of mind where you'll be contemplating whether to return to old relationships or to embark on new ones. Yes, because the appearance of a new person is also present here. But I want to tell you, you must consider everything here with the utmost care and attention. You don't need those old relationships that have been weighing so heavily on you. What you need is a transition into something completely new. And when this angel appears, it's telling you that you must see only one face, specifically virtue, right? And when you truly see that face, you'll understand that the life you are currently living can be of a different, much better quality. And the people who will be staying here with you, they will treat you completely differently. What else awaits you? Here it is, the way out of this predicament when you were so bound by the opinions of other people, right? This is precisely the moment when you can simply break free from all of that, and not just break free. You will allow yourself to step out of it, and then people will see you in a completely different light and they will follow you. There is a certain theme of manipulation here, yes, meaning there are people present who might play games with you, constantly introducing various intrigues and even leading you into some kind of delusion. But you won't see or hear any of that, right? Because for you, precisely a new path is opening up, new relationships. And for many, incidentally, this could even manifest as a brand new job, a completely new endeavor. What initially brought you some hardship, yes, meaning it kept you within certain boundaries, held you in these kinds of difficult situations and gave you absolutely nothing in return. That's it. This period for you is now ending and you are smoothly entering a completely new quality of life. Well then, very good. I wish you peace and goodness, but I'd still like to see your personal relationships, right? What is it? What is it here? Yes, this clearly shows again that you are leaving an old relationship where someone betrayed you. It wasn't just a simple betrayal, right? This is precisely about a conflict situation where you were simply, energetically speaking, suffocated, killed, you could say, right? Meaning they created an environment where it was difficult for you to live. You were, well, you just couldn't free yourself from this person. And now you're at a point where you're moving from one space to another, right? And now we see the emergence of a new person entering your life. A new man will appear and there will be new relationships. So, and of course, this will be a completely different quality, a truly different kind of love, the love that a man will give. Wonderful.
And now, together, we will look at the zodiac sign Gemini.
Let's take a moment now to see what's really going on here for the Geminis. What events are in store for those born under Gemini? But the Geminis were in a situation where something was causing them a great deal of fear. Life itself was frightening, people were frightening, and there was a situation where you didn't want to move forward at all. There was a moment when you simply didn't see yourself in anything, right? Some wanted personal relationships but had none. Others wanted to move up the career ladder, but things stood still. All right, so here's the thing, but I really want to say that right now for you is precisely the moment when all your worries and your fears are finally ending. You are moving forward to a brand new, a completely new level. So tell me, what exactly does spring offer you? All these worries and anxieties that you were experiencing when circumstances simply refused to move forward, they started to melt away within you, just like this ice. And no matter how difficult it was for you to part with them, I see that you were still, in some way, fueling your fears a little, perhaps through conversations with other people, right? People who might have some confusion in your mind, yes, in your head, who created unnecessary conversations for you. And this certain duality, yes, which is characteristic of Geminis, it was certainly present here. On the one hand, you want the painful period to end, but on the other hand, you quietly sat and suffered. But I see that as these cards have manifested themselves right now, you are already prepared to step into a new phase. You see your paths diverging, heading in different directions, don't you? That means with unnecessary people, with unnecessary relationships. And for some, this might be a difficult division of property. For others, it's simply parting ways with someone who caused you problems and obstacles. But a moment of new relationships is unfolding, right? This means it's still only ahead. I see a person here who is coming to meet you, who will be your partner, right? This is a man who will be looking in the same direction as you. He might have the very same profession as you, right? He might have the same kind of activity and think exactly the same way as you do. Yes. You might not just be compatible, you might even look alike. And when you see this person, you'll realize it's as if you've met before, right? It's like you've known and seen this person for a long time already. But in fact, it's a new face only because this encounter was meant to happen for you. She's on her way, and we're witnessing the very moment when everything here was in such a painful state. Yes, then suddenly, all at once, it will completely release you. It won't just
just release you. No, but there will be a profound unveiling of your deepest feelings and emotions, and you and your man will be looking in the very same direction and walking together in that same direction. And this is precisely the moment being shown where the formation of a family for you, yes, can truly become the most important thing. Well, many girls who are watching me now, some of you here will simply start a family, and there will be a family environment, a family focus, while for others, a baby might even be born, because the most important emphasis here is motherhood. But like all Geminis, there's a certain duality present on the one hand, isn't there? On the one hand, you desire family relationships, you want a specific family environment, a space, but at the same time, you also want to be a business lady, you want to be engaged in some kind of activity. This particular kind of duality, which is so often characteristic of those born under the sign of Gemini, yes, it is certainly very much present within you. But I can clearly see that you will ultimately place all your priorities exactly where they truly need to be, won't you? What I mean is, you will fully grasp what you truly value and prioritize, and your own life will undoubtedly become your absolute main priority, won't it? This is the kind of situation where you will have both a family and your own personal endeavors. Moreover, I can tell from your activities, you've either been planning to launch something of your own for a long time, or to specifically embark on some venture that you've been nurturing truly for a very, very long time, right? And it just never came to fruition for you because either someone was creating an impediment, or certain conditions were imposed, or simply circumstances didn't align with the timeline you had wished for. But you are now entering precisely that phase, yes, where your family life will also take shape. Yes, meaning we foresee the arrival of a new individual, and naturally your professional path connected to your work and endeavors will come to fruition. You might be offered some work where you'll either be traveling somewhere. Yes, many roads are opening up. The very moment of the offer is revealing itself. Yes, and what you'll be offered will be for you exactly like a liberation from the old. Despite the fact that you are still struggling to free yourself from old burdens, yes, it's already clear that new people are entering your life. Yes, people are coming into your space who will interact with you. You will be offered an activity, a pursuit in which you will truly find your fulfillment and realize your potential. So tell me, what's interesting in your personal life? Let's take a look at this man who is coming into your life, what kind of person he is. This individual is quite complex. We see that this person is very hardworking, don't we? He might sometimes fail to notice anything around him. He might not perceive those around him who could be engaged in some dishonest dealings, right? But the very map of destiny, and this is precisely the map of your fate, the intricate thread that this woman is carefully weaving. This is your very own destiny. It has already been revealed that this individual is meant to be in your life. Yes, he is destined to manifest for you. He will certainly manifest without a doubt. And since this particular event occurs precisely on the day of the equinox, yes, meaning that we are observing the forecast during this specific period, it signifies that this individual is already on their way. Expect a man who is completely absorbed in his professional life, who will not concern himself with petty squabbles or intrigues, and will not engage in any minor conflict situations. A person who will be walking with you in the same direction, right? We see someone who will be very much like you. We can even tell by their clothing, right? So the very same character is depicted in two different cards, right? Well, let's take a closer look what other interesting things it could possibly hold here. This person broke up with someone quite a while ago, right? And right now he's looking for a relationship, isn't he? He wants not just a relationship, he wants understanding, right? Just like you. So He's searching for understanding and he will find it. He will find it with you because I see that this is, well, a challenging period for him when the gods also favor him, yes, and give him you, yes, at this precise moment when it was very difficult for him. He was seriously worried that he was alone, right? This person had a moment of betrayal and he was searching, right? So we're looking at a man who wasn't just throwing himself at every woman, right? He was searching for something specific, something just for him. He's a very interesting individual, quite complex. And here it is, this very meeting with you. Yes, we can clearly see a picture where he perhaps is currently afraid of forming new relationships. Yes, he's afraid that he might also be hurt or deceived, but an unexpected encounter with you could genuinely surprise and impress him. You can reveal an unexpected side of yourself to this person, and he will see you in a completely new light. Well, Geminis, await your man, await your person. You are, of course, experiencing quite a challenging period, particularly concerning your current job and your overall professional endeavors, aren't you? However, you simply must take some concrete steps to break free from this current state of stagnation.
Very good.
What exactly does the future hold in store for the zodiac sign Cancer?
Let's just take a moment to consider this. Cancer.
Cancers will be trying to prove something to everyone. What exactly will you be proving? Let's take a closer look. You will have to prove that you are worth something. Yes, there was a period when you weren't seen at work. Yes, there was a moment when you were doing something, right? And people are demonstrating to you a certain degree of their disregard. But this is just a temporary period, a passing phase. I see that you will prove to everyone that you are truly full of fiery energy, that you are absolutely ready to show and prove to this entire world that you are capable of achieving something significant.
What else, I wonder, is awaiting the Cancers?
But for Cancers, a truly interesting moment is coming up. You might be offered some kind of status or a new position. You absolutely must agree to this because it's clearly shown that someone will lose their current post and you will be accepted into that very role. Yes, I see that someone will be very, very interested in you for this, specifically for this particular activity, yes? But there will also be people who will, of course, try to hinder this, engaging in some rather difficult conversations directed your way. However, you have a real chance to achieve something you were even afraid to dream of, don't you? And this specifically means a new status, a significant position, or a particular type of work where you will hold a very favorable standing.
So what else is there about Cancers?
But in personal relationships, you can get very angry with someone. Is it a man? Right? I see you were in a fight, yes, in some conflict where you yourself pushed this person away, but he'll come to you to apologize, even though you pushed him away. He will be ready to acknowledge all his mistakes, yes, meaning he'll be prepared to discuss everything with you and even repent, right? So we see a person who clearly understands that he somehow created a situation where he was in the wrong and you at that point just couldn't take it and you pushed him away. Because I can see that your patience has been very, very long. You might currently be in a family relationship with this person. You might have children together. Yes, you might be a little bit distant from him at this very moment. Yes, but this person will definitely come to you to reconcile. He won't just leave you like that. Let's see what else awaits Cancers. Yes, a truce is what's evident for us because people who are living under one roof, who have children in common, who share a common living space, they simply cannot exist without each other. You are connected to each other and your bond isn't merely on a physical level. This shows the deep connection of human souls. Yes, when people meet not for the first time in this life, when they might well have had a disagreement somewhere, but then they return to their original state and again have the same interaction as if starting fresh.
Yes, I see you'll have a plan for making a decision about what to do next with this person. You will think and deliberate whether to accept him or not. Apparently, this situation wasn't the first of its kind, yes, since you're entering such a period. But I see that you will still make up. A period is approaching for you when you won't merely understand one another, but true harmony will blossom in your relationship. And those unifying bonds, your children, your shared home, or any common plans you have, they will truly bring you closer. And it is only on this condition that you can harmoniously coexist with each other. And this is precisely where the union and understanding between a man and a woman lies. Let's take a look at what else awaits you. Watch out for some deception, because someone might appear here who could either ask you for money or somehow deal with your finances and deceive you. And this will only come to light later when you find out about it. While these cards are late, you should just remember this, right? If you're misled into some delusion concerning money matters, you should be wary, because the person stirring up this issue around you is ready to make any sacrifice just to deceive, just to create a situation where he takes something from you. And this means that this person knows you. This means that this person might have been looking for a long time for the right opportunity to play out this very scenario with you, to create for you this situation of some losses and deception. Well then, let's add what else is interesting about Cancers. And now, Cancers, I want to say that despite everything, they can find themselves in this period immersed in feminine energies, yes, and constantly dwelling in these very specific energies where everything will be beautiful for you and everything will exist solely for your benefit, both money and all the blessings of the world. But you won't forget your activities. You're still due for some position or status, which you'll soon achieve through someone else's fall. Interesting. Let's rather look at what's happening in your personal life, shall we? Let's add a few more cards. In what way can a person who is returning to you still interact, and what exactly might they be able to offer? I can clearly see that you are experiencing that very specific feeling of being betrayed. So this is exactly the point we were discussing earlier, isn't it? You don't want to accept this person and you're contemplating whether it's truly worth doing or not, because there was indeed deception on their part, wasn't there? We see a Trojan horse, and a Trojan horse is always a deception, always a lie, and always a situation where another person takes and creates a scenario where you simply look at it and cannot react in any other way. You just believe. And it's because of this particular situation, I can see that you are not quite ready to completely forgive right now, but you'll forgive me because the very moment is shown that there will be a dialogue between you. There will be a time when roses will blossom, won't there? This implies that within your feelings there is still a profound sense of love. Isn't that right? So you can have feelings for each other, but even so, some completely absurd situations are created when a person might either deceive or create some absurdity which will make you suffer painfully. Come on, let's add more.
Here.
I want to tell you that you will reconcile, but you mean an incredible amount to this person. The man who is with you under the same roof, he simply cannot manage without you. This is because it's an exchange of energies, you see? I can see that for him, you are not just a woman. You are someone who provides him with energy. You don't just give energy, you give him direction. You can offer him guidance here and also create certain situations where he can skillfully navigate around unnecessary difficulties, right? Meaning you act as a specific guide for him, don't you? And these are always karmic connections. These are always individuals who come into your life for a significant purpose. And you are in his life for a reason. And he is in yours for a reason. So there will definitely be a truce here, because without you, this person will be lost. He comes across, as is evident, like someone wandering all alone, completely naked and quite unhappy, right? So if you're not around, this person won't be able to manage without you, so you'll definitely have to accept him, right? This means there will certainly be forgiveness and a reunion once more, because of course love is present here and relationships are present here.
All right then, so without further ado, let's take a closer look and see what the future has in store for all of you born under the sign of Leo.
Zodiac sign Leo.
Let's take a look now at what awaits us during this significant period of the spring equinox. What kind of energies will be present? What events will unfold? What interesting things are going to occur? And how should you best conduct yourselves?
We shall see.
Lions will certainly be at their best.
Yes, you'll experience a time when you'll be dealing with some important matters for you. Yes, these are government affairs. For some, legal cases. For others, it could simply be signing important papers. It can be anything, right? Everything that's connected to communications and official institutions, right? So these are courts, tax authorities. Yes, it all relates to this, and you will resolve this issue. I see there will be interaction here with people who will specifically come to your aid to resolve this matter. And you will definitely, this situation, you will settle all of it within this short period. And now regarding your romantic relationships, yes, the person who for you was truly a man whom you loved for a very, very long time, with whom you shared a long-term relationship, right? I see the card of destiny indicates that you were together for a very, very long time, right? Right now you're at a distance. Now and you also don't know what to do with this person, how to proceed here, whether to wait for his return or not. This person has gone silent and may not be particularly keen on getting in touch. He might be in another city. He might simply be in a completely different space and far away from you. And you will sit there waiting for him, and you won't know what the right thing to do is, whether to wait for him, if he'll come, right? Because I see that there are feelings here, and I see that you as a woman, you used to be exactly what he wanted, but now something else has shifted his focus, something different, right? And I see that you're going through a rather challenging time. By the end of the month, some significant changes are expected to happen. This could be a meeting with a new person, new acquaintances, a new, specifically a period when completely new people might enter your life. More than just one person can enter here, right? I mean, there could be 2 or even 3 different people entering into your conversations, right? New individuals, new acquaintances will appear that will truly capture your interest, won't they? Because this is exactly what a true renewal represents. You will no longer be stuck in a repetitive cycle, waiting for another person. This is that feeling, that state when the man you were with, he promised you something. Yes, we see those promises here. You are waiting for these promises to be fulfilled. Yes, that there would be a common home, that there would be something shared that would unite you, but it never came to pass. The person with whom you had a relationship is stepping aside, right? What we see is that he now remains simply as a memory, as something that has already run its course. And again, a period is shown where you are renewing yourself. You're not just emerging with a rebirth, right? So your entire life is about to be completely transformed. And we're going to take a look right now at what's going to happen, what exactly will be changing and updating here. Because everything that's old, everything that's been shown to you is completely fading away, and something brand new must come in. We'll soon discover together what this new thing is, what it truly represents for you. This is truly the end of old emotions, old relationships, and you are truly entering into a new love. You will see the manifestation of a man who will love you and whom you, in turn, will love deeply. Here, it is precisely love that is shown, right? This isn't just a friendly connection or some kind of casual arrangement where you might simply meet up and not understand why you're even together. This is where love will truly manifest, and lioness women, they are so vibrant with their charisma, with their very nature. You will be very attractive to the opposite sex, and you will definitely make a new connection. But just yet, the person you broke up with, who still hasn't quite let you go, will finally leave your life for good. This is precisely the moment that's arriving for you, when it's clearly shown that the relationship is ending, one you won't be entering again. Let's see what kind of new person is coming to you. What kind of man?
So what kind of a man is approaching?
And this man is coming your way, and you'll make his acquaintance at a social gathering. You'll be a guest at someone's house, yes, and you won't even be expecting this encounter. And the individual who will meet with you is specifically depicted as not merely a man, but a person who will genuinely perceive you. Yes, and we can clearly see precisely through this particular card that a significant period of renewal is taking place in your life. You are like moving from one island to another. This is definitely change, definitely change. Here, the King of Clubs is shown, right? Which means this is a very influential person who can demonstrate their influence to this world, right? And at the very same time, we are seeing the manifestation of feelings from this person. Yes, the man who will appear will be for you a very, very serious partner. Yes, a person who will be right there by your side, a person who will truly love you. And I see that this relationship will reach a point even where someone might offer you a joint path or a shared journey. And this journey will definitely be yours. But you still carry within you, in your soul, an element that you might be betrayed at some point. You absolutely must let go of this particular topic, mustn't you? Because it seems this has become a significant stumbling block deep within your soul. You're coming from past relationships and you're trying to carry your old experiences into the future. You really don't need to do that, do you? We can see that this person is meant to reveal themselves, and they are already in a way beginning to manifest. This means it's yours. This person is meant to reveal themselves to you, and your relationship will move to a completely new level. Well, let's see what else. Look at what we see. At a joyful gathering, you're expecting to meet a friend, right? This means there will clearly be some kind of celebration, and this person will hold a certain status and position. This is a hint for you. What this means is that you are destined to meet the perfect individual for you, who will be both your closest friend and the man you have long awaited, someone you never even dared to dream of. Well, that's not bad at all. At this very moment, we are going to be examining the zodiac sign of Virgo. So what exactly will be happening for Virgos? Something truly interesting during this wonderful and beautiful spring period. What kind of magical energies will be moving and inspiring here?
Let's go and take a look.
Virgos will receive some very long-awaited news, and this news could be related to documents, to banks. Yes, perhaps you might have been expecting some important decision regarding some document, right? Well, now, in this short period, you will receive this news, and it won't just make you happy, right? I see that you will receive complete satisfaction, recognition, yes, and through this news, you will be so incredibly happy that you'll be ready to share this joy with everyone around you. And without a doubt, this is a very good period for you. Let's see what other interesting items you have here.
In your personal relationships, there will be a situation where your partner, the man you are currently in a relationship with, will try to prove something to you. Yes. To prove that either your social circle isn't quite right? Or that you're doing something incorrectly. But he will do it gently and very correctly, yes. So we don't see any aggression from this person. I see that towards you and your boyfriend or man or husband, yes, whoever he is, some couple is showing a very great interest. But this interest, it's not exactly a good one, is it? What I mean is, we see a clear picture of a certain kind of envy, moments when people are looking at you and discussing something behind your back. So try to avoid this situation, because after all, when such a situation occurs, it already indicates that people are not entirely well disposed towards you, right? That is, we see not just envy, but specifically the judgment of other people, that something is not going right for you, or on the contrary, things are too good for you.
Now, please keep this specific point in mind. Let's see what else we might have.
The man you're in a relationship with might propose a new path for your relationship's growth, or introduce some innovations related to your work or your activities. You might find yourselves crossing paths professionally or through business. This could lead to a temporary disagreement. So why exactly temporary? Because it's not a conflict, no. It's just a slight misunderstanding when a man tries to prove one thing to you, but you stick to your point of view and don't accept his opinion. There's only one opinion, and it's forever only yours, right? And you wouldn't want to even look in his direction. So this could lead to a rather awkward situation where there might be a temporary chill, a certain coolness between you. You're a very vibrant person, yes, and because of that, the people who surround you can directly bring in, and it's clearly shown here, gossip, yes? And the gossip here can be of such a nature that they might stir up some baseless, some unfounded intrigue against you, yes? That is, they might specifically say something that in reality never actually happened. You will at some point even worry about this. You'll completely close yourself off. But the person who is by your side, yes, your man, your partner, yes, I see a very self-sufficient individual here. He will definitely support you. This support comes specifically from someone who is truly yours, who is meant for you. What else is happening for Virgos? So right here, you're making decisions concerning some official matters, as was indicated by the first three cards. Yes, it's about documentation, paperwork, and money. And once again, this exact scenario is directly repeating itself. Yes, we are seeing decisions being made, specifically regarding issues connected to finances. But there's also this other aspect, right, that you might not invest your money very wisely, right? Meaning not all the steps and certain aspects of your actions are fully considered, right, which could contribute to the movement of money. So before doing anything here, you really need to weigh it very carefully and definitely consult someone. Yes, what this means is at this very point, it's shown that you need advice, the advice of a wise person, and support. And since you're a very free-spirited person, yes, I see you certainly try to show your superiority. But Virgos, in fact, are mostly all like that, yes. That is, Virgos are always inherently beautiful, energetic, and they can truly show the man who is by their side that she is the one and only, absolutely unique. And the person who is with you, he essentially understands and realizes it, right? But I want to say that there was a moment when you might be a little bit overdoing it, specifically really pushing it too far, creating a difficult situation where you won't be entirely in the right.
All right, let's see what kind of situation we have here. Well, this moment clearly shows that you tend to take offense very quickly, don't you? So you can enter a conflict situation, retreat into silence, and then when you reconcile, yes, a truce might occur here after some time, forming a fundamentally harmonious union. Perhaps you should consider what's happening in your relationship with this man, yes? Because I see he's open to you with all his true self, yes, with his support. But for some reason, you're pulling back a little. You need to understand why there's this withdrawal. Let's see what it's connected to. Well, it seems to you that certain limits are being set for you, that a person can create an obstacle and a barrier for you. In reality, that's not the case. Yes, the man who is present here with you, he's not bothering you at all. This is simply your own illusion, yes, that you are currently experiencing. You can calmly go about your business, right? This shows a moment when you can very actively start acting in either in work or developing some kind of business, right? So what will bring you something truly significant, both financial gain and moral satisfaction, and you will even be, so to speak, on an equal footing with a man, right? So we are looking at a situation where a woman will be on an equal footing with a man, and the entire situation itself indicates that you are extremely, extremely active. Yes, and this is what truly brings you such joy and deep satisfaction. You have strong support from your guardian angel. It's very rare for this card to appear in a forecast, especially for such an active person like you. That's always, of course, a good thing.
And what do we see?
We definitely see that you will prove yourself, yes, in your business, and you just have this energy, such a strong energy coming through that you can solve any problem. And you, whatever you plan for yourself here, yes, any endeavor you undertake, it will progress with the help of other people, with the support of other people, and you will move forward. So a period is opening up for you when all roads, all opportunities are truly wide open. Let's see what else is interesting here. For Virgos, there is a very strong engagement in the work process, a very active work process. These are powerful energies.
They are rather complicated.
And look, the interaction you'll have with people who have a certain status, right, who will meet with you and discuss common matters, will definitely bring a moment of profit, right? So we see money, we see substantial money, right? Here, it's going to be quite challenging. Everything will progress with a really heavy, sort of significant delay, you know. But despite that, your work, your efforts, they are clearly evident and they are uniquely yours. Meaning you are in it exactly like a fish in water, aren't you? So you can navigate through it effortlessly and you truly understand it. So all the events you'll be doing now, specifically related to money, to work, even if you plan a complete change in your job, yes, it will all fully materialize for you. Of course, Virgos, for you, this is a very favorable period for career growth. Well then, let's look further.
We are now going to be looking at the zodiac sign Libra.
What is going to happen next?
What's happening in Libra's events?
For Libras, a moment arrives when you can, like a phoenix, rise from the ashes. You had some rather complex, quite difficult relationships with a certain person, with a man who, much like a small child, would try to either step out of these relationships or somehow immerse himself back into them. Yet despite all of this, he never really attempted to engage with you, did he? So, and now, precisely, a period of profound renewal is upon us. When you have the chance to finally bring these relationships to a close, when you find yourself standing right on a very specific threshold, yes, much like the mythical phoenix, it completely burns itself down and is then reborn once again. And so you too can be reborn in these relationships or in others. And now we'll see if someone new appears for you, or if the person you're in these challenging relationships with will somehow act differently. Let's see what's in store for Libras. And Libras specifically will be wanting new relationships. You will be stepping out of specifically relationships. For some, this will simply be a departure from a relationship. For others, it might just be a straightforward divorce, right? As they say, people often go their separate ways, but for you, however daunting it may seem, I can see you've been getting ready for this for a long time, Dynastia. And the current period is truly favorable for it, isn't it? You can now confidently begin to take some concrete steps. You're simply experiencing a moment of renewal, and this moment of renewal is very beneficial for you because all the fears you've experienced until now are completely disappearing. The time is fading when you simply stood by Poitiers and nothing was happening around you, right? And you wanted some big changes. And the man was completely slipping away from specifically your control, your sphere of influence, out of your love, yes, and he desired absolutely nothing, meaning a man who wasn't creating for you the comfort and coziness that you truly wished for, and you specifically longed for something entirely different. Well then, let's take a look at what we have here. And here you are about to have a very sudden, unexpected encounter. You will meet a person, and I see that you will absolutely not be expecting this meeting at all. A man who will appear on your path will want to conquer you, and to conquer you, you will be for him precisely like such a big trophy, right? When he truly sees the beauty within you, when he discovers something so special about you, as if you are truly unforgettable to him, you see, as if you embody the ideal woman, and he will perceive you as that perfect quintessential woman. This man will then desire to win you over.
So what's the emotional aspect of this situation?
You will be dwelling on your past relationships because the person you were with before, yes, we see him still very much present, as they say, in the same picture, right? We see that he will not want to let you go. There will be certain games from his side, word games, right? That is, there might even be conflict situations through which you will have to struggle. A man will set conditions for you, either financial or create some kind of obstacle just to prevent you from entering new relationships. Let's see, Libra, how much you can move to a new level. Well, of course, you can, yes, look, for you, two people are going their separate ways. A new love is unfolding. Definitely for Libras, the period of being in old energies is ending, and a time of new meetings, new energies, and specifically a new surge of emotions is happening, right? This is truly a card of love, isn't it? What this means is you can truly fill this cup with your love, fill it completely with your emotions, and then everything will turn out wonderfully for you. This is what you were looking for, right? And for many, this could even manifest as moving to another city, to another country. You might even follow a loved one to wherever they call you. And if we see on the one hand a picture where you are ending a relationship in one place, then we immediately see that you are starting a new path, a new beginning. Libras have a very, very good forecast. Let's see what else awaits you, what kind of person is coming your way.
Who is this person coming towards you?
The man who's approaching you, yes, he himself might have gone through some very difficult, personally challenging experiences and complex relationships, but he's searching for that ideal relationship. And for these perfect relationships, you are the most suitable person, aren't you? Meaning you are precisely the one he has been waiting for, aren't you? So you should still expect to meet a person who will not just love you, but will place you on a pedestal. You will be to him just like a goddess woman, yes, the one we saw right here on the previous spread. So this person will place you above everyone else. And in the second, specifically in the second prediction, we see the picture repeating itself, right? We see that the person who is coming in, he won't just be pursuing you, but it's as if he's been waiting for you his whole life, right? We see that there will be a definite struggle specifically for you, for these emotions, for these feelings. This person won't just try to take you away from someone else, no, but he will truly attempt to completely conquer your heart, your attention, your whole life, you know. And I see that he will succeed in this, yes, because from his side there will be a very sensible offer coming your way. And this could be a proposal of marriage, or it could be an offer for something joint, something that you haven't experienced before, right? And these are good energies. This is exactly what you wanted. Well, now, Libra, that's a really good forecast. Let's proceed and take a look at what's coming next. What is actually going on right now? What about Scorpios? Now, let's take a moment to really see what's unfolding in the significant events for those born under the sign of Scorpio. And so Scorpios have for quite some time found themselves in a particular situation, a kind of repetitive cycle or state of being stuck. Yes, this could have been your work or perhaps some kind of activity that is very close to your heart, but which by now has become quite tiresome and exhausting. And now you are precisely entering a moment when you can completely shed all of this from yourself and finally stop dragging this heavy burden along with you. As it happens, your karmic events clearly indicate a period of significant transformations and renewals. And what exactly renewals, you might wonder? Well, that's because this particular period has already commenced. In other words, your moment has finally arrived. It's not easy. It's certainly not easy to just up and leave everything behind, but the heavy burden that you have been carrying. And this might not have been merely the burden of your job, but it could also have been some kind of difficult family situation. It could even have been a situation stemming from past lives, couldn't it? We observe in the painting a person who has loaded a massive stone onto themselves and is struggling to carry it upwards. You are now entering precisely the period when you will finish all of this, the very moment when you'll be able, like a phoenix, to completely burn to ashes and then be reborn anew. Let's see what awaits you next in the events. Now, pause. Look, you now have a real opportunity to change your location and your activity, right? If you've been working with someone, for someone else, then now is precisely the moment to simply break away from those you've been working with and build your own plan and establish your own position in an activity where your ideas, which you can conceive, will very quickly come to life, right? This will be highly sought after. This will be needed. This will be not just simple ideas, right? But this is a fully demonstrated realization of your plans, even if it's not to someone's liking, right? If it's going to bother people, right? People will, as they say, create a situation where they'll try to bring you back, right? And create a moment for you to specifically return, but you won't go back. You are experiencing a truly complete and comprehensive renewal taking place within the scope of your professional work. What else could there possibly be? But when we talk about personal relationships, there is a certain kind of harmony that's present, a harmony that you can maintain and carry through for many, many years, or even for a truly significant and extended period of time, sharing it with one particular individual. Wouldn't you agree? There's a situation here where the man currently by your side, he's karmically bound to you as if in one single connection. Whatever happens to you, whether good or bad or some intrigues around you, this person will stay right by your side and will never abandon you. This is immense support. Yes, we're seeing here not just karmic events. No, we don't see here a bad person. No, on the contrary, we see a man who is like a soulmate for you. Yes, and this soulmate brings you harmony, a deep connection with this world, and truly great support. So what is this then? It seemed to you that nothing was happening in your life. Events were standing still. You were stuck in one place, not moving anywhere. But in reality, this idea is quite deceptive. For you, everything has already come into effect. You will indeed change, as I've already said, your activity, and you will part ways with people with whom there was previously some deception or misunderstanding, and this weighed very heavily on you because we see here both a fixation on this work, this activity, and we also see a certain instance of dishonesty from other people. And here's a period shown that in the very near future, you will update everything, not just update, but everything here will start completely fresh from a clean slate. Well, that's quite interesting. So, Scorpios, let's see what else will be revealed to you.
You can start some kind of training, specifically the kind you've long wanted, right? Something that was previously unavailable and hidden.
But it is precisely through love, through a relationship with someone, yes, through a man, that you will experience unexpected changes, won't you? We see a situation where love will truly be the driving force for all this progress, you see. So we see a man who will be both your help and your support, yes, and he is currently right there beside you. And in this period, you'll need to either learn something new or retrain. And with all this, through these actions, you will achieve great changes. All your old ways are cut off. They leave and it goes, of course, and it might be a little painful, yes, because you thought it was your reliable support, yes. However, your professional activities are certainly going to have to change. We clearly see a picture. It is precisely through education and learning that your work will transform, and this is going to be extremely, extremely beneficial for you. Well then, Scorpios, you have quite an interesting forecast. Let's take a closer look.
So what exactly is happening with the Sagittarians?
What kind of events can we expect for Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarians are also preparing some kind of foundation for upcoming changes, but they're not in a hurry just yet. The position that Sagittarians will take will be a waiting one. This means you shouldn't rush events right now or quickly alter your current activities. What you are currently engaged in should still be bearing its fruits, and it might even be doing so right now, but you still desire something new. You long for changes, you wish for transformations. While you're still reflecting, calculating where you should go, what you should do, what kind of clarity you need to bring into your life for changes to finally occur. Let's consider whether this is something you truly need to do. Chit, pause, and yet you will certainly do it. So pause, you will do it because, well, the place where you currently find yourself, and that is precisely your main activity, isn't it? You're a little bit tired already, you're longing for some kind of growth, but that growth isn't there for you. And you really want to achieve it. And when you now begin to reflect, yes, and try to understand where exactly you should be moving, you will definitely receive some kind of news. You'll either meet a new person or make a new acquaintance, which will lead you to that very thing that you were a little bit afraid of, right? Did you ever have a moment when you were afraid to completely change your entire life, to fully implement some significant changes because it's always quite difficult? But I see the arrival of a new person who will quite unexpectedly appear on your path, bringing you opportunities for changes, not simple ones. You will experience growth, you will experience forward movement, and all these fears that you've harbored until now, those connected with your financial affairs, they will all become a distant memory. But what if there's someone in a relationship who, despite their attempts to build something with you, has stopped giving you anything? Such relationships can be very painful, can't they? On the one hand, you might still be together, but on the other, these relationships have already run their course. We see a situation where the man at some point broke down. Right? He broke down specifically on a mental level. Yes, he's not getting from life what he truly wants, and he's already become a burden to you. So what creates for you certain impediments, a burden, and it prevents you from moving forward, and you find yourself staying alongside this person, but in essence, you're only providing a one-sided connection. From this side, there is nothing here except for certain conventions or conditions that this person might create for you. But from an energetic standpoint, this person offers you nothing because they simply lack any energy. They are completely depleted. They are in a phase where they currently need absolutely nothing. Let's take another look at what this is all about. Yes, you are disappointed with this person. You want to get out of this relationship, and you even have someone you truly wanted to be with, right? Because this is a man with a very wise face who can truly support you. This person could be much older than you, right? Perhaps someone who will truly prove himself a man, a mature man, right? Not like someone who doing nothing, right? Just sets the stage for you for these illusory relationships. Well then, what do we have here? Yes, a period is coming when you will be changing your work, your professional path, but that won't be now. It will be much later. For the time being, everything remains in the same position it was in. For now, it brings you profit and money, and you won't be moving anywhere just yet. For now, you will only be thinking about this matter.
So what's going on in your relationship? How will it develop?
But when it comes to your relationships, a new individual is destined to appear. You will certainly step away from what has been weighing you down, won't you? So there will definitely come a moment when you'll want to bring everything to an end. Yes, it won't be now, it will be a little later, but I see you're already feeling these spring energies. You're reflecting on how tired you are. Tired of relationships, tired of being as if in a dormant state. And this state will prompt you to start changing everything in your destiny. Since the card of fate has appeared for you as the final outcome, it indicates that major changes will happen in your life very soon. Let's see what else you are yet to discover.
Sagittarians.
All right, you're going to have a meeting with someone. A man? Yes, this meeting with that person will be happening for you in the very near future. I see that this is a very high-ranking individual, right? This means it's someone who can also hold a significant position. And it is precisely with this individual that your relationship will truly begin to unfold. Why do I specifically use the term develop? Because this particular development is going to be quite a prolonged one. You won't immediately find yourselves rushing into some kind of brief, short-lived romance, will you? Here, Isha, we're seeing relationships as if they're going to really develop and grow progressively. Initially, it will just be a friend, but then you'll completely move to an entirely different level, won't you? And we can see that these relationships are going to evolve into a very strong and lasting union, and this union will bring you not just that kind of moral satisfaction, you know, but I also foresee that there will be financial gains and there will be respect and honor, yes? Meaning this individual will be extremely, truly, very favorably disposed towards you. Well then, that's a very positive outlook. I can say that we could add one more card here for Sagittarians, yes, to understand who this is, what kind of person they are. Let's see, yes, this person will initially be a friend to you, and this meeting is already just around the corner. In other words, this meeting is drawing near. You will definitely have to meeting with a new man who will truly bring you immense joy. Well, girls, I am so very happy. I hope that everything is working out well for all of you. I wish you peace, harmony, a wonderful spring, love, and much happiness. Goodbye.